Hey everyone, today, fall DIY. Let's create this crow doll. And by the way, if you're new here, I'm Tanya. And if you're returning, welcome back. And I do hope you all like, share, and subscribe. The first thing I'm going to do is just take some of this cotton black fabric, and I just drew out this pattern. I am going to have those available to you soon. And you can see it was just a really simple shape. And I'm going to go ahead and stitch this one together. And I use upholstery thread when I stitch these together, but you can just do a really quick, simple stitch, or you can use a fabric glue or a Gorilla Glue. Now, once I get that stitched, I left the opening at the top of the head. Now, I'm going to show you a really neat tip. We're going to get down to the bottom of this. We're going to spread the fabric out like I'm doing right here, and we're trying to make those little triangles on each side, and then we're going to stitch across them, and that's going to allow this doll to have a little flat place to help it sit up. And this is kind of the same technique that they'll do on handbags, but I wanted to show you how to do this because I really like to use this technique when I'm creating these dolls. Now I'm going to press this fabric out with my little mini iron and just get everything nice and smooth, and I'll show you how we just stitch this across. Really simple. Now this part you really do want to stitch. It'll be easier to do so. And you can see I'm just bringing it in just a few inches, and you're really just trying to form a bottom on this that when you open it up, it's a flat area. Now, sometimes I will take some rice or some beans and put in the bottom of these, and that will help them stand up. So you can also do that. I didn't do that on this one today, but that's another little tip for you. Now you can see once I have it turned right side out, it has a nice little flat bottom to it. So I think you'll really enjoy this technique if you create dolls. So I hope you give this one a try. Now I'm going to stuff this really tight with that pillow stuffing, and that will help it stand up if you're not adding the beans or rice to this one. But everyone, I only have this one for you today. Now I'm going to go ahead and just cut out a beak. Now you can make this beak any size that you want. I just decided to make this beak kind of long and prominent. I just really wanted you to know that it was the crow, but love how this turned out. And you can see I just cut out a nice little shape there. I fold over the edges like that because when I sew it and turn it right side out, then all of the edges around there will be nice and clean because I'm going to stitch this on to the face of our little crow doll. But everyone, I hope that you have been enjoying all of these dolls. I do have a few more that I want to share with you, but I am going to be adding in some of my other DIYs. So drop that in the comments below and let me know if you're still enjoying them, and I will still keep creating some. Now you can see here, I'm stitching up the top head part of our crow, and I'm going to go ahead after I get the head stitch and I pull the needle down through and up through the front of the face, and that's how you will stitch on the beak of the crow. And everyone, this is such an easy way to create these, and you can see it's a very simple design, and once she gets done, she is just adorable. Now we're creating the hat, and I'm doing that same thing. I'm just folding over the edges, just trying to make them really clean, and I use this technique a lot. Now I'm going to stitch through the area that I folded over and ironed, pull the string. That's why I use upholstery thread, and I want to gather that up because we're going to make that little bonnet type of hat, and I'm going to stuff this with some fabric, and I just thought she would be really cute with a little bonnet type hat. Now another little tip that I have for you is we're going to be taking some of those little pipe cleaners, and we're going to sew them on the inside part of the bottom of this hat. And everyone, that allows you to kind of bend and crinkle the hat, and it is such a neat way to get a really fun little shape. Now you can see I'm gluing this on the inside is what it will be, and then we're going to actually sew this on the inside. And that way it'll come out clean. You can see I left it right on top. I'm going to be stitching this closed, and of course I'll leave a little opening. And once I open it back up, everything will be nice, neat lines and smooth. And you'll have your pipe cleaner on the inside of this. And that's going to allow you to kind of bend the hat and maybe curl it up around her face. And it's just a really fun way to create a hat. So I hope that you try this tip because this is a really good one. I love to use this on the snowmen too. But you can see once I get that done, you can see how I can kind of just bend this and it allows me to kind of shape it. And it just really gives that cute little bonnet effect on there. And I'm just going to glue this down to the top of her head. And then we're going to glue on the little bonnet part right on there. And I ended up picking up some of those. They're called like little pet eyes. And I actually found them at Hobby Lobby. I think I had used them on my pumpkin doll. You can see them laying right there. But I thought those were just perfect for this little crow doll. And I did tie a little piece of the fabric right around her neck because I thought that looked really cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and stitch up what is going to be her leg. And you can see it was another really simple shape. And once you get that stuffed with pillow stuffing, just lay it on the side of her hip area and just stitch it on, or you can glue it on if you prefer to. And I stitched on the other side, just pulled that needle through. Then I decided to use some of this thick rope, and I was going to make the kind of legs that kind of dangled off the side. And it just turned out too cute. But everyone, I will tell you, my camera died at the end of this. So you'll see me, I've got one foot we're getting ready to put on. And then I just cut out some really simple little wings out of some felt and glued on there. But you'll see that in the clip at the end. But she was just absolutely too adorable for me not to share with you today. So please forgive me for that. Like I said, my camera died, but I definitely wanted you to see her because she is definitely one I think you might enjoy creating. Now you can see here that I just took some more of that little homespun fabric and just kind of wrapped it around the areas. Mainly that's just to cover up some of your stitches. And it just added a little more detail to this design. Now I'm just going to go ahead and create just a simple little tail to put on the back of her. And you can see the shapes I'm cutting out are so easy. And I can't believe how cute she looks and how simple it was to create her. Now I just went ahead and glued these together. And I just added a little stuffing just to add a little bulk to the tail. Because we're just going to take and just attach that right onto the back side of her. And I did decide to stitch that on. Now we're going to go ahead and create the feet. Everyone, I just used some felt to create these feet similar to the shape of the tail, and this is when my camera died. But I'll go ahead and make the other foot, and like I said, I just cut out another simple shape and had it kind of pointed on the edges, and then I just glued on some wings. But you'll get to see her here. She's setting up. And she is just absolutely adorable. So we'll go ahead and start stuffing this one. And now you're going to see her setting on the shelf. But here she is, everyone. She's completely done. And such a fun and quick and simple design to create a charming little crow doll to set up for your fall and Halloween season. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this one today. If you did, I hope that you do like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope that you see something on here today that you'll consider doing so. Well, everyone, I do want to mention, I don't know how many of you know, I actually live in North Carolina and we did get hit pretty hard by the storm. So I would definitely appreciate your prayers for North Carolina. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.